to the prop maker panel. This is going to be an exciting panel, especially for you up-and-coming prop makers or cosplayers, or just someone interested in getting started. We have a great group of panelists that would be glad to answer any of your questions. My name is Jezza Reyes. You may or not know me. Worked for the Illuminati, that hashtag show, and more recently Screen Rant. So first to my left, if you are on Ranger Talk, if you are on any of your social media videos, Miss Beauty Baba Yaga, I've got lost so many times in some of the conversations you're having with the community. So thank you so much for that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if you are a big Power Ranger fan film, you love all these action and fan films that kind of carry on the Power Ranger lore past the IP. Danny from We the Geeks of East LA is no stranger to any of you. So thank you so much for joining us, Danny.
Woo!
Thank you for having me. And another prop maker that we have here, I just met today. Oh, could you just introduce yourself?
So my name is Kevin Tan. I recently just started getting into prop making, just out of complete COVID boredom, honestly. So this is one of mine right here that I brought today.
I feel like, as with all obsessions, they happen gradually. I don't know if that's true. Sometimes people, it's just like clap of lightning. I love to dress up. I've always loved to dress up. It's my fave. I have so many clothes, you guys. You have no idea. So I one day was like, wouldn't it be great if I could do like sort of Han Solo inspired fashion? Because that'd be fun for me. Because I'd be like, oh, I look like Han Solo, but not really. And people might be like, oh, this is like a Star Wars vibe. And I Googled that dude, and his costume is the simplest thing you've ever seen in your life. It's literally just blue pants with a red stripe, a white button-up shirt, and a blue vest. And I was like, oh, well, never mind, I'll just dress as Han Solo, just straight up. And I went on Amazon and bought those 3 things and was like, this is the easiest thing I've ever done. This is great. I'm gonna do this with everything. So I started like Googling all these characters I wanted to dress as. And then of course, it's a slippery slope. It's like, well, I could do this one if I just cut this part in half and hem it. Or, what if I bought some paint and just painted the sleeves black? And then what if I got some EVA foam and built myself a little chest piece and completely altered a hat and sewed little circles all over a tulle skirt, and then you're making ridiculous cosplays.
Can we just admire how amazing this costume is? You had told me that you have showed it to Campbell Cooley over on the floor. What was his reaction to all of this?
We blew Campbell's mind. So I'm here with my parents. They're right there as Human Slither and Mushroom Mucus. My mother and I made all 3 of these cosplays together. She bought a lot of the pieces and I did all the EVA foam work, and she painted some things and I sewed some things. So yeah, we went to see Torum and Campbell, and their tables are right next to each other, which is perfect. And they were just like giddy. And then Campbell was like, I don't even know if I can sign something right now because my brain is just like spinning. He was like, this is the most amazing thing that's ever happened. I was like, I feel like people should cosplay you more because you're so prolific and so awesome. So I was surprised it took him so off guard, but it was really very sweet.
That's amazing. Now that you mentioned that your parents are here, and they're actually cosplaying as well, when jumping into the cosplay world, were they on board 100%?
Oh yeah. So, I just had this conversation with someone. I introduced myself to them by my birth name, and my birth name is James. And they were like, is that really your name? And I was like, yeah, my parents are fun. So,
Boy named Sue comes to mind. I'm from that generation, guys.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, my parents are wonderful, and I love them very much.
Now, Daniel, as a parent, will you follow in the footsteps of James here and encourage your daughter to jump into the cosplay world and maybe make some fun costumes as a father-daughter duo?
The answer is yes, and so she loves cosplay. She is just a fan of the whole world, this genre. But the thing is, she has this where conventions are coming up. We have like a year to plan because we always know when we're going to do these. In this case, 2 years to plan for this convention. And she has that attitude of like, no, it's okay, I don't want a costume. No, I don't want a costume.
Power down. I've retrieved the item.
Is the suit okay?
It did take just a little bit of damage. I'm fine, by the way.
Well, obviously, you're talking, so you're fine.
Have you heard from Prime?
Nope.
Well, well. It looks like I won the bet.
Can you make it to the rendezvous?
Yeah, I'll be there in 5 minutes. TBD. Ranger out.
Find me. Follow the call. Feel the fire. The rage. The power. The call of the dragon. Find me.
Are you sure this is right?
Yes, 100%. Now, hurry up.
I'm going as fast as I can, man. Next time, why don't you just come look yourself?
I mean, I could probably do it faster, honestly.
Right. Says the guy who never leaves the ship.
I mean, you left first and still lost the bet.
Sometimes I really hate you.
Oh, man.
And I think you got this one wrong. I don't see that. Never mind.
What? What was that?
Okay, I got it. How do I dial this in?
I'm just doing it directly into your implant.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely not. Look, last time I couldn't get I'll be there out of my head for like a week. Just tell me what to do.
Once on, turn the knob 29.5 degrees, then press red, blue, green in that order.
29.5, red, blue, green.
What are you waiting for? Hurry up! It's morphin' time!
So how much damage are we talking? Because...
So there's multiple people in this collaboration. How long did it take you guys to put this all together and, to get to the finished product?
Beauty, when did I reach out to you? Like 3 weeks ago?
I have no concept of time.
I feel like we really got the ball rolling about 3 weeks ago.
Robert Coda, he says he likes to draw Power Rangers OGs for people, and he asked what animal I would want and what color I would want, and chickens. I have chickens, I love chickens. And I was like, okay, well, Yellow Rangers are the best, and I love chickens, and there's no chicken Power Rangers, so we need one, so draw me a yellow chicken. And I was like, oh, he'll just draw me this, and I'll post it, and I'll talk about how cool it is, and it'll be fun. And then, of course, it was so awesome that I was like, oh, I have to make this now. So I asked him if he was okay with me making it. He said yes. And then I finished it at the beginning of the year, but actually the one that appears in the video is different from the one that I was wearing yesterday. I don't know if anyone saw me. Because I made it, finished it, filmed everything I needed with it that night, because I had a thing the next day that was going to make it so I couldn't film in it anymore. And then I washed it because I didn't want it to get musty if it was sitting around. But I had finished it so recently that the paint was still wet and all the colors folded into it and like bled through the lines. It was sad, but at least I got the pictures first. So Prime's idea was, my character in this skit has just been in a fight, so I wore the one that I previously had because it's like, it's damaged because I just got beat up. And then, of course, I had to make a new one because I filmed some stuff with it this weekend. People were like, are you gonna bring the Chicken Ranger outfit? So I literally painted a new one, like, last Thursday or something, and then I set it somewhere away from everything, and I was like, this is going to dry completely before anyone touches it for any reason. And it did, and it's fine.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Is there anything interesting that you guys have repurposed and turned into something, more amazing?
I have used gallon milk jugs to create the puffy shoulders for a Glenda dress because I needed something to hold the fabric up. So I put those, I just sewed the top of them to the dress so they were kind of like a flap and cut a part out for my shoulder to fit in and then just wrapped it in sparkly fabric. And it worked really well, actually. You couldn't really tell that they were gallon milk jugs, so win.
Pretty cool.
I have a really funny story. So my first real costume that I actually made money dressed up as Optimus Prime on Hollywood Boulevard in this costume, and I used trash cans from the aisle, going down the aisle at Home Depot, because I just wanted to get this costume done.
With cosplay, apart from taking the time and making something that you thought in your head and were able to make a final product, comes sometimes the negativity of the reception of it. How do you deal with that, and how do you keep going forward after that?
I kind of already answered.
I feel like a lot of times when a cosplay is received negatively, you already knew that it was not great. Unless it's the first one you ever made and you weren't expecting that people might say, oh, well, that's not screen accurate or whatever. I feel like you kind of are aware this is not my best work. So if someone says something, usually you just kind of maybe they're being rude and it's okay to be they're a crap person, but you can also be they're right though, so I'm not gonna take that to heart. I already knew that. Just move on, learn from it. But I also am big in the camp of cosplay's for fun, and we all just do it to have a good time and to look like the characters that make us feel powerful and make us excited. And I love cosplay so much, you have no idea. I see cosplayers and I just look at the things that they've done and I'm like, oh my god, this is ingenious. One of my favorite cosplays I ever saw was a guy, all he did was he got a red morph suit and he had different colored electrical tape and permanent marker, and he turned it into a turbo suit and drew the little thing on the front with tape, and it was peeling off in one corner, and he had lines that he had made with a permanent marker. From 20 feet away, that thing looked exactly like the suit from the show. And then when I got up close to it, I was like, you're a genius. You're a genius. This costs $30. You look amazing, and I see how much work you put into it. I love that. So I'm big on don't criticize someone unless they ask for feedback. Because, all cosplay is beautiful and amazing, and that person put work into it, so.
And to piggyback off that, because that's true, dude, my first cosplay was something I put together from the closet, and I felt like the character, and I felt proudful, and I feel like as a cosplayer and prop maker, you take pride in your work, So to you, as you're working, it's the greatest thing in the world, because it's you and you're doing it and you're seeing the progress and you love the progress. And to somebody else, it's well, dude, that looks like crap. And it's it's really discouraging, And I've been in those shoes where they've told me, oh, dude, you look like crap, And it's cool, thanks, but you know what? I took the time, and I know the work that went into this, so I am still going to be proudful, and I don't care about your opinion, because we've said cosplay is for everybody, and cosplay should be fun, and everybody has different levels of creativity, and that's okay, because you're being creative.
Respect. I mean, my first Power Morphicon cosplay was an Alpha 5, and it was salad bowls, duct tape, and Mickey Mouse shoes, so.
It looked awesome, I remember.
He's being modest.
My name is Jonathan. I was wondering, have you guys ever been on the sets of Power Rangers, and have you ever made the outfits for them or any props for the show?
So sort of. I have been on a fan series where one of the actors reprised his role, and so if you guys are familiar with Psycho Red, I got to make the Psycho Red Saber. And so the actor, Patrick, who actually never got to touch the saber, show up and present him this, I thought, masterpiece. I fell in love with it. I didn't want to give it to him. So I present it to him on set. He grabs it, and he's so excited that he's like, for the first time, holding his weapon.
Man, being a perfectionist is really hard. There's not like good advice like, don't be a perfectionist. That's not gonna work. That's not helpful. But I guess, yeah, just trust the process. Know that you're gonna get it and it will look good. And just be kind to yourself.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining the panel. Thank you to our amazing panelists. They'll be here all weekend, correct? So if you guys have any more